Hey everybody, if you're watching this, that means I can't be there to explain this project to you. So, I'm using this video to explain the project to you. This video is going to take you through a project that's going to last 5 days. You're going to spend 1 week doing this project. The project has many parts. You're going to get as many parts done during this project that you can. You're not going to worry if you don't finish everything. You're going to work hard when you're in class and get as much done as you possibly can. Okay. So, you can watch this video as many times as you need to. If you need me to help explain something again, just fast forward the video to the point where I'm explaining what you need help with. You can also help each other. So if you understand something and your classmate doesn't, you can definitely help them. All right. The presentation is called Fighting Energy Hogs. This presentation is my presentation. This is where all the directions are. Your work is going to happen on a different presentation that I'll show you at the end. All right. So everything you need, all the directions really are on this presentation. So between my video and the presentation, you should have everything you need. It's called Fighting Energy Hogs. All right. Now, the very first thing that you're going to do in part 1 of the project is you are going to go to this site in your Symbaloo. I also put the link right here. So if this site, for whatever reason, doesn't work, you can paste or open this link right here. And it's going to bring you to a page where somebody wrote an article about 27 different places in your home that waste energy. They're hogs. They hog energy. This is not a good thing. So those 27 choices are found in your office, your kitchen, your living room, your bedrooms, your bathrooms, your garages. And they're going to, in the article, they're going to explain what the hog is. You then are going to kind of explain what you can do to stop the hog. And you're going to use pictures to help you. You're going to do this for 5 of the 27 choices. So you don't have to do it for all of them, but you have to do it for 5 of them. So let me give you an example of what you might create. You're going to create a Google slideshow for this presentation. And the first thing you're going to do in your Google slideshow after creating your title page with a title and a name is you're going to create 5 slides about 5 different hogs. So here's one example. I chose, when I read that site, I read that wasting hot water is a hog. So for example, in your bathroom, if you leave your hot water running, that's a big energy hog. So I wrote down up at the top of the screen here that it's a bathroom energy hog. And then I wrote, staying too long in a hot shower is an energy hog. Get in, get clean, and get out. I kind of pretended that this hog was saying these words. You don't have to do it like that. You just have to say what the hog is. In this case, it's wasting hot water. Now, I added on my slide, I added text here, and then I did some other text here for you just to remind you of things. But you can add text boxes with this little button right here. This is the text button box. So you can add text boxes by clicking that little button right there with the T in it. You can also add pictures into your slideshow by searching Google Images and copying and pasting pictures. So this little pig here, I found him on Google Images. This little guy standing in the shower, I found it on Google Images. So because they made sense for my presentation, I added them into this slide. This is an example of what your page could look like. It says where the hog is, it says what the hog is, and it's got some nice pictures to go along with it. Fancy backgrounds, anything like that, you can play around with backgrounds, you can play around with colors of text. Just make sure it's easy to read and things are nice and big and clear. You're going to do that for 5 slides. 5 different hogs. Of the 27 choices on the article, you're going to choose 5 of them. Okay. Now, part 2 of the project. This is going to be where you invent something. In your mind, you invent something to battle one of your hogs. You don't have to do 5 inventions. You actually only have to do 1 invention. So think about your hogs. Which one do you actually want to battle? Which one do you want to try to solve? So let's say you did your 5 hogs, and the one that you wanted to battle the most was the hot water hog. That's the example that I gave you. So I want to come up with an invention that fights this hog. What you're going to do here is you're going to think about your hog and you're going to say, okay, what could I actually invent in my mind that would battle that hog? So I thought about it for a while and I came up with, I thought, a pretty good idea. This is something I've never seen. Maybe it exists, but I don't know. I've never seen it. I came up with a programmable water heater. That's my invention. So I've made a new slide now. I said on my slide what the hog was, staying too long in a shower. I said what my invention was. It's a programmable water heater. And then I explained it and included pictures. So my invention, I'm reading to you off the slide, my invention would work like this. Say you want to limit yourself to a 5-minute shower. Outside of the tub, you would program the shower for 5 minutes. As you took a shower, you would be able to see the timer counting down. If you exceeded your time limit, the water would remain on but turn ice cold. Take that, shower hog. That's my invention. My invention basically is, before you get into the shower, you tell your shower how much hot water you want, and then when it's done with the timer, when it counts down, it turns ice cold on you. So that would for sure get people out of the tub. I know if my shower turned ice cold, I would be jumping out of the shower as fast as possible, not wanting to stay in there. So therefore, I would be saving energy because the hot water would eventually shut off. Now, I found a good picture here and a good picture here. I made one a little bit bigger, one a little bit smaller, and I dropped those on my page. You definitely want to say what your hog is again. You want to say what your invention is, like call it a name. Mine's a programmable water heater. And then you want to describe it. Now, you're not going to do the same invention as me. You're going to come up with your own invention. I was creative. You also need to be creative. So that's part 2 of the project. You only have to have one invention for one of your hogs. Okay? Now, the next slide is a picture of Will Smith, the actor. Will Smith says, being realistic is the most common path to mediocrity. Mediocrity means to be not so good at something. So he's saying that people that are realistic often are not that good at things. So my point of including this slide is for you to remember, don't worry about your invention seeming a little crazy. Crazy ideas are some of the best ideas. Leonardo da Vinci, hundreds of years ago, came up with an invention basically for a helicopter. People thought he was crazy. Now we know he wasn't crazy. He had a great idea hundreds of years ago. It took a long time for it to work, but he had a great idea. That's all you have to have is a great idea. The next slide says, okay, after you make your invention slide, I want you to put it right after the hog. So what I mean by that is on your presentation, if your hog is this and your invention is this, put the hog and then the invention right after it. How do you do that? You actually just drag and drop these slides over here where I'm clicking. You can just drag them and drop them in any order that you want. So make your presentation make sense. Put it in an order that makes sense to your audience. All right. You come up with your 5 hogs. 5 slides, 5 hogs. You've come up with your one invention. Part 3 says basically this. I'm going to summarize this for you. Inventions rarely work perfectly the first time they're invented. So I want you to think about problems that your invention is going to have. All right. So my invention was this. It was the programmable water heater, remember? Now, this slide is going to now take my invention and rethink it. So for example, I was trying to battle hot showers. My invention was a programmable shower timer. The problem was, in my description back here, I never said that you couldn't program your timer for 60 minutes. So in my part 3, what I'm doing is I'm creating a slide where I think about all of the problems for my invention. In my initial design, nothing prevented somebody from programming a 60-minute shower. To eliminate this problem, the max timer setting is going to now be 10 minutes. Then a delay would prevent the shower from being turned back on for a minimum of 5 minutes. Problem solved. So my next slide is going to be about my invention, but it's going to be the changes that you want to make to your invention. So my change was I needed to have a limit on my timer. All right, you've done your hogs. You've come up with an invention. You've thought about your invention and made some changes to your invention, and now you're ready for the final part of the project. The final part of the project is you're going to try to get people to remember your invention by creating a mnemonic device. Now, this link helps you know what mnemonic devices are, but let me give you some examples. One type of mnemonic device is a name device. And what I mean by that is if I'm trying to remember the names of all of the colors of a rainbow, all I think of, I don't know about you, but I think of Roy G. Biv. Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And that helps me remember all of the names of the rainbow. This website's going to tell you different kind of mnemonic devices. You're going to pick your favorite kind of mnemonic device, and then you're going to create a mnemonic device in your final slide. So my final slide is, since I chose to talk mostly about showers for my invention, I'm going to create a way for people to remember my invention. Here it is. Using too much energy isn't funny, plus it costs a lot of money. Taking a shower sure gets you clean. Be less than 10 minutes. You know what I mean? A rhyme is a mnemonic device. It's a way to remember something. You've probably seen them in commercials before. So I created a rhyme about my invention, which was the shower timer. So you're going to create a mnemonic device for the final part of the project. You can use any kind of mnemonic device from this website. I chose a rhyme. You can choose whatever you want, and that's going to be your final slide. Now, before I run out of time on this video, I need to tell you where you're going to do your work. This is my presentation where all your directions are. Your presentation is going to be on your Google Classroom page, and it's going to be called My Energy Presentation. And this is what it looks like. This is how it starts. And this is what it looks like. Boring, it looks like. That's because I'm not doing anything for you. You're putting your own pictures, your own color, your own text on the slide. You have to do everything on your own. And this is where you're going to create your 5 hogs, your 1 invention, your 1 change to your invention, and your mnemonic device if you have time. So all of your work is going to come on this blank presentation right here. All right, now, if you need help with this project, if you're not quite sure what to do, the sub can definitely try to help you. Your classmates can help you. They won't distract you, but they can try to help you. If you don't know how to create a text box or you don't know how to get a picture in, the sub may be able to help you, but your classmates be able to help you as well. All right? So definitely use the people around you. Just don't distract the people around you. You have 5 days to get as many of these things done as possible. Sounds like a lot of time, but it will go very quickly. So you want to keep working, stay focused, and get things done. Good luck with this project. I hope you enjoy it. Remember, this is a 5-day project on fighting energy hogs.